Okay guys, I'm gonna go in here today and talk about beauty standards. And wait, first of all, I'm sorry for the pajamas. It's currently 8 o'clock and I decided that I would go downstairs and film a video today because I haven't posted in, I think, 4 days because my grandma came and I'm like using it as an excuse, and actually I'm spending more time with her instead of like thinking about video ideas and constantly posting every day. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that I'm gonna go, sorry, and talk about beauty standards and just body positivity and the whole idea of it. I just thought it would be interesting and hopefully people could form their opinions and also argue with me. Let me start with saying this. If you're looking at someone, which I think appearances could tell you a lot about a person's character, if the first thing that comes to your head once you're looking at someone is being negative or judging them, in this is all negative by the way, then there's something that you should work on with yourself, and this is something that should not even concern you. I generally think a lot of the times we have thoughts and feelings towards people that don't matter within our life, because ask yourself this: is the person I'm thinking right now or judging or being negative towards gonna matter in 5 or even a couple months, not even 5 years, a couple months? If the answer is no, then why are you wasting your time being negative, lowering your self-esteem because you are constantly thinking of yourself as a negative person? Why are you doing that? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you, I did have that phase a couple years ago, and I made myself get out of it by forcing myself to think about positive things towards every single person I saw. This is not how you should be thinking. You should not be spending your time this much thinking about other people, but this is just something that made me kind of stop being more negative. So that's just a little hack. But yeah, don't waste your time thinking about people that don't really concern you. Why are you doing this? It just kind of shows more about your character than their character. Wait, let's start with beauty standards. Beauty standards are always going to be around. There's just nothing that you can control. You cannot try to change reality. Instead of trying to change reality, just live in your own space and set your own rules and things that you want to conform with, but don't try to change the world, because that's not how life works. Beauty standards will be around, and there are beauty standards, and just because you don't fit into them does not mean that you can just be negative and lash out on them and think of it as something that shouldn't affect you and doesn't affect you. When, like, basically lying to yourself, it does affect you. The whole idea that beauty standards is a negative thing, I think this is something that we should kind of steer away from. There's two sides to this. They are negative and they are positive. In the positive side, they enforce change and maybe taking care of yourself in a hygienic way, cleansing your skin, skincare, that type of thing, health, fitness, getting you into the gym for that physical appearance look. So there are positive things towards that. Of course, there's negative things, of course, things that you can't change about yourself. Well, you can. I think nowadays we can change a lot of things about ourselves, but it's just the extreme that you're willing to go to. So like plastic surgery, but not something I would recommend. But this is to each their own. This is not something a person should be judged on. There are other things. A lot of the times people try to nitpick things about a person and judge them based off that one thing. But we have to get in our heads that we see people on different bases in their lives. We could see one person in a supermarket dressed in like a really, like me, like right now, I'm literally in a gym in pajamas. So if someone came in, they would probably think, what is she doing filming a video here? But if they saw me at a different point in my daily routine, then they would think completely differently of me. What I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't base someone's character or appearance based on that one interaction that you had with them. There's many things that make a person interesting, and making your personality, your health, or one thing is always something that you probably should avoid. A lot of the times, this is not even a body positivity or a beauty standard talk anymore. I'm just talking. But anyway, I don't know if you guys are even enjoying this right now. What I was saying is that you kind of have to start realizing that a lot of the things that you do every single day affects how you see yourself. A big thing that I'm still trying to work on is friendships and developing your social interactions and your environment. I find that when I work alone, I am so productive. I find that I can just get everything done. I'm pushing myself, things that I don't want to do. But once I'm in a friendship or like social situation, then I'm kind of saying yes to a lot more things that I don't want to, which I've been working on for the past like 1 or 2 months now. It's getting better, but Being able to say no is something that really builds your self-esteem. And body positivity is something that you should just be okay with the fact that you are like this right now, but it should motivate you to change. It should motivate you to become better. It should motivate you to go to the gym, to take care of your skin, to take care of your appearance, your clothes, your hygiene. It shouldn't give you an excuse to not change. This is not something body positivity is. Body positivity is taking care of yourself and not just accepting that you are like this and not changing. Not going to the mirror and telling yourself you're beautiful, literally lying to yourself. Instead of telling yourself something, show yourself, prove to yourself that you can do something, prove to yourself that you can change and become better. This is what self-love is. This is what body positivity is. Not just accepting where you are currently and not making a change for it. I'll personally tell you something that I'm currently working on. It's my skincare. I have a problem where I pick at my skin. If you've ever seen my arms, which I don't know if you have, but I constantly pick at my skin and I kind of do this. It's not as bad, but it's not where I want it to be. What I have to do is that a lot of the times when I begin picking at my skin, that's it. I stop thinking and I just continue doing it. So I have to, once I become conscious and once I think, I'm like, what am I doing and how is this benefiting me? Then I just stop doing it. So a lot of times we just have to be conscious about our actions. A lot of times we have to think about, do I really want to put this in my mouth right now? Do I really want to consume this? Do I really want to pick at my skin? Do I really want to not do anything right now and sit there on my ass and be lazy? So a lot of the times it weighs down to being conscious, because a lot of the times we just go in automatic habits. A lot of the times this is what we're used to. We're used to coming home and sitting on the couch and doing nothing, because we've never even considered the option of going to the gym or spending my time on something else. So push yourself out there, try new things, because it makes your character more interesting. It makes it seem like you're more an all-rounder, that you're willing to try new things, you're willing to experience new things and put yourself out there. Why is that such a bad quality trait to have? Well, actually, no. It's not like anyone's saying it's bad. A lot of the times people just don't even think about it. People are so close-minded nowadays that the idea of going to a new yoga class, the idea of starting a new business, constantly trying to find excuses of doing something and not wanting to do it, is just an ongoing cycle which you just have to break. I feel like there's so much more for me to learn and so much for me to improve, and the idea of it is just quite exciting. This sounds really cringy and really cliche. Also, I just want to emphasize the importance of environment. I recently just realized this. I think I've said this like previously in my videos. The importance of environment is extreme. I used to be in what you would call a negative environment, where I would surround myself with people that I don't really like, or people that I had a lot of friends that I didn't value, a lot of friends that I would hang out just for the sake of hanging out. When I tell you, being in an isolated zone, actually isolation is not good, let me put that out there, but for me it was necessary after being with all these people, with all these negative conversations, with all this shit talking, with all the gossiping. I just needed to like stop and calm down. There's a week in Finland where I just put down my phone. I gave my phone to my mother and I was like, I don't want to have anything to do with it. And that completely changed my thoughts. I remember when I got my phone, I didn't even want to be on my phone. I was disgusted by my phone. But that experience alone changed so much for me. That experience alone changed my thoughts. Like, I generally recommend you to do that. Just put your phone for a week. Tell your friends, tell your family that you're going to be gone for that week because you need some time to yourself. You need some time to think. You start having new ideas. You start realizing there's so many things that you haven't thought about, so many things that you just do automatically. And you start having time for yourself. That's the most important thing. A lot of the times we constantly put our energy towards people. We constantly put our energy towards everything except ourselves. And we have no energy left for ourselves. We're completely drained. Okay, this talk completely drifted from beauty standards. I think I haven't even gone on the topic of beauty standards or body positivity, but I just think it's really important that this is the biggest act of self-love or self-care. It's not looking in the mirror and calling yourself beautiful. It's actually doing things for yourself, taking time out of your day, building self-worth, building self-value, and actually doing things in order to make yourself feel better about yourself. So stop lying to yourself and actually implement things and implement change. And this is why I believe it's really important to actually watch videos and learn, and not just think that you're wasting your time by looking at these videos. This is something that you can learn from and then change about yourself. So yeah, it's one thing watching these videos and doing nothing, but it's another thing if you watch these videos and actually implement change. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go and edit this video because the amount of retakes I've done is actually insane. Bye.